All right, there we're live. Okay, there we go. Yeah, welcome to another exciting edition of Ringside Rants with yours truly, Just Mike. And up there in my right hand corner over here, we have the Japanese guru, the intellectual guru, Phil. And right below me here, we have Bad Karma, as always, Josh. What's happening, gentlemen? How are you?
Doing,
What's going
doing
on
good,
there,
man.
guys?
It's been a great week for pro wrestling, man.
Oh, yeah, I totally agree with that. I would have the headset and everything on tonight, but I think it died and shit. So I had to get a new one.
But other
No
than
big
that,
deal.
though, what do you guys want to talk about first? We are know that there's big changes in coming. We got the U.S. government had banned non compete clauses. So
Does that actually continue to wrestling as well?
yes,
Really?
it was by the Federal Trade Commissions Act. They are officially banned. You can't hold a person hostage from wanting to work.
Nice. That's actually pretty cool. I actually like that.
I like it too.
Um,
It's good for the business and the econ in the wrestling industry.
So
that it
I
is.
so this is news to me. So this is the federal government did this?
Yes,
Yeah.
they've been wanting to
Actually,
do this for years. This is it. Basically comes to show you that the era of Vince McMahon putting a lot of taint on professional wrestling is over.
let's see here. 1 hour ago, FTC bans non-compete clauses for all companies nationwide. The Federal Trade Commission moved Thursday to make it easier for American employees to change jobs by banning non-compete clauses. A 3-1 vote by the FTC's 4 commissioners found that these common provisions in employment contracts represent an unfair form of competition, as in the kind of problem the FTC was created in 1914 to address.
Hmm.
Oh
Wow.
yeah,
So
oh yeah,
that's not just sports. That's
Everywhere, dude.
everywhere. Oh wow.
Yeah,
oh yeah,
okay. Yeah,
oh yeah.
The New York Times commented on it too. Wow.
Oh yeah, here's some good news though. I found out on June 28th, Stardom will officially be officially merged with New Japan Pro Wrestling. So it means it will be so. So if you look at it though, this is a good thing for New Japan Pro Wrestling and Stardom. They'll get
Hmm.
more. They're already getting ever since Rocky was fired. Stardom's been getting a lot more, a lot more publicity over in the U.S. now, especially after their show with Mina Shirakawa being on Stardom, also Azumi on there. We'll get to see more Stardom action especially
New
on my
Japan shows.
streaming device. On New Japan Pro Wrestling, New Japan World. It's gonna be fucking amazing.
That's gonna be cool.
I know, man, because I love me some Stardom. They're one of my favorite Joshi promotions, and I think they're doing a lot better since you may hate me on this, but in my opinion, I think they're doing a lot better. Publicity wise, ever since Rossi was canned.
Yeah. Um. So here we go. News. Out of this past weekend, Jordan Grace retained her title. So what does that mean? Is she going to resign with TNA?
Obviously,
Yeah.
And what about Matt Hardy showing up, man?
that was
I,
insane.
I just caught the clip of it. I don't know what the full match was detail. I just caught the clip. I sometimes you just can't watch. Scroll through Facebook, and it's like I got ruined that. I was like, it's like man, Hardy showed up. I'm like, son of a bitch.
The only thing I've seen was him giving Moose a twisted fate and started doing the delete, 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 delete.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
I
But
think
it, but
I think he does a lot better I think Matt Hardy does a lot better when he's a free agent more than he does when he's held down.
yeah.
From the looks of it,
But at the same time, man, looking at Matt Hardy now,
he's
yeah,
he's really is broken. No pun intended.
Yeah, for real.
he's looking
He's banged up.
looking his part now. He's looking a little old now. So
He's
Well,
he's turning 50 this year.
yeah, and dude, and I'm gonna change the subject just for a second, gentlemen, because I want to talk about something that's near and dear to my heart. The releases from the WWE. How about that?
Oh God, let's hear this one.
Let's
Who
get
got
the
released
names.
now?
Uh, Cameron Grimes was released today.
To the moon.
Cameron Grimes.
Dude, dude, he was NXT's $1 Million Man champion. $1
He
million
was
champion.
great on the mic. He was great on the mic in the in-ring promos. I just wish they buried him before he even got a chance to be on there. He was just stuck in catering throughout most of the past few years.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, he was great. And everybody knows on April 19th that Veer Mahan, Von Wagner, Sangha, Jinder Mahal, Xia Li, and Zion Quinn were all fired.
I think Xia Li will do great outside of WWE.
I think Jinder Mahal would do great outside WWE.
I can see him more in TNA than AEW.
Yeah, I have to totally agree with that statement because he has a love-hate relationship with the AEW big time. But you know,
what do you mean? Because of what Tony Khan said, buried him.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's pretty fucking terrible. And don't get me wrong, though, man. I mean, I really enjoy his work, man. I really love his work. I mean,
he's a good wrestler. He's a very good wrestler.
Just 2 months ago, man, he was on Raw, dude, and The Rock basically ran him down.
Mm-hmm.
He's pretty good. After he became world champion, he basically, even though it was a random thing that risk that Vince took and everything, I mean, he really got himself jacked up for that role.
Oh yeah, 100%, dude. And not only that, though, man. I mean, we have all these releases, and there's a lot more coming. With Finn Balor signing his contract extension.
He's saying. I mean, he's always had a good relationship with Triple H back when he was in NXT. So I mean,
yeah. I totally agree with that statement.
Plus, some of the original founders of Bullet Club are there too. I mean, Carl Anderson's there. Even Tama Tonga's there now. Some of the three of the original founders, 3 out of 4 of the original members of Bullet Club are in WWE now.
Yeah. Sorry for yelling, gentlemen. I've worked all day. And
don't apologize.
But I'm here, damn it. I'm here. So yeah, I'm home. So Cameron Grimes got released, and Ango said that he wants to see a couple of matches out of TNA, either him and Speedball Mike Bailey, which would be great.
That would be epic.
That'd be good ass match right there.
I actually wouldn't mind seeing him in. Well, it's too late though, since they already got the roster with the best of the Super Juniors. But I wouldn't mind seeing him in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Do it like the Super Junior Tag League or something.
Yeah. And he also, there was another match that he would like to see him with. I think it was Ace Austin, which
Ace Austin's pretty good too. I love his work.
Really good. And then on top of that, in AEW, he thinks that he should go in Ring of Honor, which I disagree with that because I think he'd be great for the AEW roster because of Orange Cassidy, Sammy Guevara whenever he comes back, and then you also have Private Party. You have the Young Bucks. I mean, anybody.
He would do well in AEW. I think
he would.
I think he'd be. You start push him at as a mid carder first. Then move his way up. I mean, that's how they did it with. That's how they did it with Swerve.
Oh, 100%. Swerve is our new AEW champion. If you didn't know that, Josh.
Yes, I did.
That was a pay-per-view.
Facebook ruined that one for me. I just been having a busy weekend. I was like, I didn't get. A bunch of stuff was going on, and it's like I didn't get a chance to watch nothing, man. And it's like I was like, okay, and then I actually remember it's like, oh, Dynasty's on, and like, okay, then I'm scrolling through Facebook. Hey, you're a new AEW champion. I'm like, son of a bitch.
It was a good pay-per-view, and I think it was a win that AEW needed.
It really was. And the best match of the night, and I think Phil will agree with this, was Will Ospreay versus Bryan Danielson.
Oh, how was that?
Dude, it was phenomenal.
It was fire.
Oh, tell me
I think it's gonna be
we're going to talk about it
match-
anyway. So
wrestling match of the year in my books.
Dude, the craziest chant is "We're not worthy."
wow, damn. Who? You might as well talk about it. Who won the match?
I'm not going to spoil that for you. You need to watch it yourself. But all
And
I can
also,
say,
Chris Jericho got go away heat. Bad.
dude. The crazy part about that, when he first came out, they popped. And as soon as the match started, Fozzy sucks. Go home, Jericho.
Retire.
Please retire. Go home, Jericho. Why are you here?
Damn. What the hell did Jericho do recently?
It's over that stupid NDA joke.
I don't think it is, man. I don't think it is, man. I honestly believe it's because of, dude, whenever he low blowed Hook, man, everybody in the whole damn place erupted in boo.
He has some good heat though.
Dude, oh my God. But Don Callis got the most heat of the night. Fuck you, Don.
He always does.
Fuck you, Don
It's
Callis.
Don fucking Callis. What do you expect the guy?
And Don didn't even do nothing to nobody, dude. And they're like, fuck you, Don. Fuck you, Callis. I was like,
still remember
who was he out there for?
He was out there for Ospreay versus Danielson.
The thing is, Don Callis,
Oh.
I mean, people still remember him from his days as Cyrus the Virus.
Or Jackal.
Oh, yeah. He was
that's the older
Jackal
people,
as well.
man. Shit.
And he is also the creator of the Ultimate X match, too. That's him.
What?
He is the creator of the Ultimate X. I think that's phenomenal. I think it's I think he's a great mind of for the business, man. He's our new Dusty
brilliant.
Rhodes.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
And if anybody says, it was Dusty Rhodes that created the War Games.
Yes, and you see how well that turned out. I mean, everybody wanted it back, and now it's back, and everybody loves it.
Mm-hmm.
And the same way, I see Grogu over there too, Josh.
The only person that doesn't like it was no, it's too WCW.
Yeah, well, I mean, I recently watched Paul Heyman thing about Vince McMahon and how he has so much control. It was like he said, Vince McMahon, you be in a room with Vince McMahon and he sneezes and you couldn't talk to him for 20 minutes.
He freaks out.
Yeah, because he can't control the sneeze.
He freaks out when people sneeze in front of him. He tells them to go away.
Yeah.
Oh, basically, and also remember Brody Lee also made jokes about Vince in his Dark Order skits. He did he basically is like when people eat or finish his food before him.
Yeah.
Well, actually, he actually did an interview before he passed away. He said he didn't like doing them the skits about McMahon. He didn't want to do them.
I would.
Well, I mean,
it's funny, but
yeah. But hindsight is always better to leave things unsaid. Like whenever Will Ospreay, after the match between him and Danielson during a media scrum, one of the reporters asked him, do you plan on rebuttaling anything else from Triple H or from WWE? He said no.
He was annoyed about that. I don't blame him.
He said no. He said, I'm going to leave it alone. He said, that's so much tribalism out there right now. And he said, I have never felt that as much as I felt it here this past week. And I don't care what they do over there or what they say about anything over there. I'm done with it. Let them have whatever. Let us have whatever. He said, matter of fact, I'm putting out bangers and whatever, he said, my work speaks for itself. My matches speak for themselves. He said, just like tonight, he said, I loved working with Bryan Danielson. He said, I've idolized him. I've watched him from every aspect of his career. Ring of Honor, whenever he went to New Japan, and I was sitting at home. And then I was like, man, just to be in the presence of the great one. and then he left, and then he went and got a world championship, and then he had to retire, and then he came back, and then he came to AEW, and he's like, there's a small chance. And he said, tonight, he said, that's all I wanted. He said, and at the very end of the match, he said, as well as it was that little bit, he said, I'm retiring the Storm Driver 91, but it's
Storm Driver
worthy.
Storm Driver 93. It was Tiger. It was originally called the Tiger Driver 91.
Yeah, but he called it Storm Driver.
Why did he
Storm Driver
retire?
90. Storm Driver 93. It was originally called the Tiger Driver 91.
Why is he
You have to
retiring?
watch the match, man. I can't spoil it, Josh. You've got to watch the match, man.
God dang.
Yes, you're not getting nothing out of me, brother. I'm sorry. I'm not going to spoil that for
My
anyone.
lips are closed.
Well,
It's worthy of watching. If I was going to quote Dave Meltzer on anything, it would be this. That was a 5-star match.
Oh. Okay, now I gotta have to watch. Shit, I might put it on right now while we're talking.
Dude, it's that good. It really is that good.
Would probably laugh like, "Oh, you're a bunch of marks for."
No, I mean, dude, me and Kelly were talking earlier about WWE. Dude, I've been watching a lot of WWE, and I'm excited about the new Civil War that's coming. I'm loving
the bloodline.
Yes, Jacob Fatu. You got Tama Tonga. You got Solo Sikoa on one side, and then you have the Usos and Roman on the other, and the Wise Man somewhere in between, and then you have the Rock. Where's the Rock stand in all of this?
I know Jacob Fatu's most likely going to be
sitting back counting money. That's what he's doing.
Yeah, no kidding. And then
most likely, I think Jacob's going to be with Solo and Tama.
I think he is too, and that's good though, man. I mean, considering he's he fits that mold.
It symbolizes the old blood, the end of the old blood, and end with the new blood.
Bring back the Wild Samoans.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is like
technically that's the sons of the Wild Samoans.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is basically the new era of the bloodline. Basically, they're the new generation of the what's it called, the
Samoan Dynasty.
No, not the Samoan Dynasty, of this new era in pro wrestling, which is called the Renaissance era. I even called it the Renaissance era before Triple H even called it the Renaissance era.
Yeah, I mean it's really good, man. I mean, you have Becky Lynch, and she may be out of a contract soon. You got Seth Rollins, who may be out of a contract soon.
Stay in WWE, in my opinion.
Maybe. You got Drew McIntyre on his way out, maybe. And then you got Sheamus. Where does he line up?
Dad bod Sheamus.
Yeah, burger after burger after burger after burger.
Yeah, I know. He said that too.
He laughed about it though.
Dude, he was like, "Oh man, I missed your one-liners. You're good. You're getting better. You're good.
You're getting good. You're getting better, fella."
Yeah, getting better, fella. I like it. He's like, dude, that's some good shit, dude. That's some good shit, dude. But and then you have all these great people coming in, man. Me and him were talking about Roxanne. Like, I'm comparing Roxanne's career to Billy Stark's career. They're both heels right now. They're both killing it in both promotions, NXT and Ring of Honor. They're both really, really young. Billy's 19. I think Roxanne's 23 now. And they're
Billy Starks went heel?
Yeah, she went heel.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, Liv Morgan.
I gotta watch more Ring of Honor, man. Shit.
I need to watch the last few episodes of Ring of Honor. I heard they were pretty good, especially Athena. Yeah. She's killing it.
Athena's amazing. Yeah.
Well, of course, she's the minion of Athena.
That's why I was getting at with Kelly. That's why I told him, I said, I get it. But like I was telling Kelly as well, I don't like the fact that they're still kids, basically, man. I mean, I can understand Roxanne being a heel because she's a little older, but Billy's still in her teenage years, man.
Nick Wayne's a heel. Here's a funny thing, though. Nick in AEW, Nick Wayne's a heel, but in
GCW, he's a face.
Yeah. He's a baby face. I'm just like,
same thing with Blake Christensen in GCW. He's a mega heel, but
anywhere else,
But he comes
He's a
into
babyface.
AEW. He's a face.
Everywhere
I
else
mean,
is a
he's going
face.
to be in the best of the, I can't believe, I think it's pretty cool. He's going to be in the best of the Super Juniors.
Blake Christian is a phenomenal athlete. As much as people give him like, oh, his size and oh, he'll never make it.
He's a vanilla midget.
Dude, the dude is
Like,
phenomenal.
Yeah,
He's
he
great.
he
I love his stuff. I love his work.
He
Oh,
could go
man,
and he could push buttons.
Dude, whenever he wrestled in GCW, he called out Will Ospreay.
Oh,
Yeah. This was like a couple years ago before he joined the WWE.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know if that match ever happened or not. I would love to see it.
Mhm.
Oh, dude, I went on YouTube and I found Will Ospreay versus Walter.
That's a thing. Will Ospreay
And that-
versus AJ Styles.
And that was when Will Ospreay was still a junior heavyweight before he went up to the heavyweight division. And that was when Walter was still, or Gunther, as you may know him, was a lot bigger.
Yeah,
in
lot.
side
Yeah.
before he
And
lost
dude-
all that weight.
Dude, Walter, in my opinion, or Gunther, whatever you want to call him, he is pound for pound probably the biggest super heavyweight in any company.
He's
And
like,
I'm not talking.
Yes, man.
I'm not
Man,
talking.
I hate to be chopped by him.
when I
geez.
think of Gunther or Walter, I think of Ivan Drago from Rocky.
Yes, dude. I think of hurt. That's all I can imagine is hurt, pain, very much
Agony.
pain.
Blood
And dude,
force,
Like
trauma.
I haven't seen someone chop people like that since Benoit. Benoit used to fucking chop the shit out of people.
I wouldn't mind seeing.
I know we don't not supposed to bring up the Benoit name, but
It
he used
is
to chop
what
the
it
shit
is.
out of people, man.
It is
I
what
wouldn't
it
mind
is.
seeing a dream match between Gunther and Minoru Suzuki. Chop, mother.
Murder Grandpa. Oh my God. Murder
Final
Grandpa
boss
versus
the final boss.
I thought the final boss was Rock.
Any one of them could be final bosses.
For real, man. But no, in all seriousness, though, man, I mean, you got all these great things that happened this past weekend. Rebellion was amazing.
I missed that, unfortunately.
Dynasty.
I heard
Dynasty.
Jack Perry made his return to AEW.
With a pop.
He helped the Bucks win that ladder match against FTR.
With a pop.
Really?
With a pop.
Damn.
When they revealed him to be there, dude, he was smiling in the turnbuckles.
Oh, dude. You know what's even crazy? Someone showed up at Raw with a Crimea River sign.
Yeah, and they took it down.
Boo!
Yeah.
I guess it hurt CM Punk's feelings, I guess.
I like when Sheamus told Drew McIntyre, "You got your arse kicked by one-armed CM Punk."
What was that? This Monday? You said that to him?
Yeah.
I can't believe they took it down because Punk would get triggered.
It is what it is, dude. And the crazy part about it, though, man, all that stuff that happened between Punk, Jack Perry, the Bucks, Kenny Omega, whoever, whatever, whenever it was, who cares?
Kenny Omega doesn't have beef with Punk.
No, you don't.
Because don't forget, he actually went during the whole Scrumble thing. He did the right thing, trying to make sure Larry was safe. And
well, I mean, like I told y'all before, there was a I don't know if I told it here or not, but this is what I heard, and it makes sense. This is what happened. Wrestler A and B were in a locker room. Wrestler C entered locker room, shut door, and locked the door. Wrestler D and E come knocking 5 minutes later, maybe not even 5 minutes later, couldn't get in, so they broke down the door. Wrestler B swung on wrestler D, missed, connected with wrestler C. Wrestler C grabbed dog, took dog out. Wrestler F was in the corner watching everything. Wrestler Wrestler A swung on Wrestler D. Wrestler E swung on Wrestler B. Oh, Wrestler A. Wrestler A swung on Wrestler E.
Nah, wait, you're getting me confused.
Okay, basically, I'll put it. I'm not going to use name. I'm going to use names. Fuck it. Who cares?
It's a clusterfuck.
Basically, what I was told was this: Kenny Omega entered CM Punk's locker room, shut the door, locked it. They were having a contest, or not a contest. They were talking, trying to sort out their differences. Knocking came on the door. Kenny Omega didn't answer it. Punk did not answer it because they were trying to work through things. The Young Bucks busted the door down. That pissed off Ace Steel. Ace Steel ran, tried to hit, I think it was Matt Jackson, swung, missed Matt Jackson, hit Kenny Omega.
Oh.
Kenny Omega grabbed the dog, took the dog out, got in the face of Ace Steel. Ace Steel then bit Kenny Omega.
Yeah, I know about that. That's all not common knowledge. So
yeah, Nick Jackson swung on CM Punk. CM Punk swung on Nick Jackson, missed Nick Jackson, hit his brother. His brother swung on CM Punk, connected. Then CM Punk swung back on him. Then the other brother hit CM Punk, and then Christopher Daniels ran in and broke up everything. When Kenny Omega and Ace Steel were standing face to face with one another, and after he got through being bit, he was like, "Dude, why did you bite me?" And Ace Steel responded with, "Well, you started it." And it wasn't nothing Kenny Omega did. It was the Young Bucks who instigated the whole ordeal.
Kenny didn't do anything wrong. He was just trying to. He was trying to be the peacekeeper.
He was. He was already in the room, from what I gathered. He was already in the room and talking to them, and the other two joined in. And when they busted the door down, fighting ensued. Now Jericho says he saw everything from the outside of the room. I've heard mixed rumors saying he was there. I also heard that he was hidden behind a barrier with his phone trying to film. I also heard that he was not there. He was using everybody else's and putting his own spin on it.
I think he was drunk when he texted when he tweeted that.
Dude, I don't know.
Well, the thing you got to go back to the original media scrum. When this all went down, it was Jericho that let Tony Khan know. You can actually go and see it live on the media scrum. He told him that there was a backstage incident. He told him, well, it's not like he covered the mic when he leaned over and told Tony Khan, yeah, there was a big fight back there.
Yes. It was a clusterfuck, man.
Yeah, and they basically suspended everybody without pay. Some people with pay. Some people got fired. Ace Steel, of course. They and from what 3 other people have said, CM Punk never said that he wanted to quit or be fired. He said he wanted to go home. We'll talk later. I don't want to deal with this bullshit. This is a bunch of kids running this shit. What the fuck are you running? It feels like a damn daycare and no one's in charge. I don't want to be here. All this is what he said, and he even quoted that shit in the interview. Correct me if I'm wrong, Josh. And then he said,
"Yeah,
why not just fire me? Because I don't want to fucking be here." That was said all that night. The next day, from what I understood, the next day, Warner Brothers and Tony Khan talked, and they're like, "Hey, we want another show, and we want to make CM Punk the star." And that's why Tony Khan would let him out of his contract. And it makes sense. It really does make sense. And we got Collision out of it. And
I mean, Collision's actually doing pretty good as well. It's a good beat show.
Dude, it's a great show. I mean, it's a phenomenal show. They actually got
pretty good views for late night during WrestleMania weekend. If you look,
it was a tape show too.
But that's all speculation. What I said, but that's what I was told. That's what I've heard from numerous people.
Mm-hmm.
However, I don't have an NDA. I don't have an NDA. I didn't sign anything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't there. So whatever I'm saying, it could be lies or it could be true. Who knows?
Oh yeah. There's also
I always wanted to know what the hell. This is also the main question: is what the hell set him off on that media scrum? It's like because when they originally, if you go back to the media scrum,
4 things set him off, dude. 4 things set him off.
he was already
Who?
going off. It was like he was already going off on the.
He was already pissed. He was already
Who's
pissed.
4 things? What's his name?
4 things. The first thing was the beef between him and Hangman Adam Page. The second
Cabana.
one was reporters asking him about Colt Cabana and why did he get him fired. But that was before the media scrum. That was like during weeks and weeks of build up.
He didn't get him fired at all. It was just basically a bunch of media stirring the pot.
Yeah.
Right. Well, anyway, the third one was the Young Bucks out there calling dirt sheets and saying that CM Punk is stirring up shit. And the final straw that broke the camel's back was the week prior to All Out was him and Heyman Adam Page backstage talking. And it felt like to him that he didn't get nowhere with Heyman Adam Page. Like Heyman Adam Page just basically blew him the fuck off.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, okay. And then he wins the title from John Moxley. He goes in there and he just lets everybody have his fucking 2 cents. Like, now I'm the champion. You're going to listen to what the fuck I got to say. And I get it. You're fed up. You're mad. And you asked, if what I understood too, and I'm not trying to stand up for CM Punk or anybody for that matter. I did hear from several people that were there that work in AEW behind the scenes, not wrestlers. And they said that Punk actually asked several times to Tony Khan and anybody in management, hey, please handle this. I'm begging you to handle this. And every one of them said, we're working on it. And he's like, you need to work fucking harder. And they're like, we're getting to it. And he's like, well, you're not getting to it quick enough for me. And it kept festering and festering. It's sort of like if all of us had a problem with one another and no one says anything, and then
it's just going to blow up inside.
And then someone says something the wrong way, and poof, motherfucker, let me tell you something, but and everybody's like, whoa, dude, calm down, bro. It ain't that serious. Let me tell you something, and that's how it blows up. And that's exactly what CM Punk did. He blew up at the media scrum because boom, the pimple busted, if I shall say, So I mean, I get the point. I get his side of the whole altercation. And he even said it with Ariel Helwani. It was just a bunch of stuff, kept building and building and building, and nothing being done. That's exactly what he said. And I can see that, because if all these things are happening one after the other, and he's sitting there trying to put out fires, instead of putting them out, he's like, hey, this is not my job. That's your job. Please put this away. Please handle your business. And they're not handling their business. So what does that leave you?
Yeah. But I think Tony Khan has really learned from his past mistakes.
Oh, 100%, sir. 100%. And I love the fact that he mentioned Jack Perry in the media scrum. Like he went over there to had an excursion over in New Japan and was great in the Super Juniors Cup. And then
that's the New Japan Cup, not Super Juniors.
Oh yeah, New Japan Cup. And then he did so good at Windy City Riot, come out there to Chicago, and tonight, talking about Dynasty, come out to a gracious response, because from the last time on AEW television, no one's seen him since Wembley.
He was doing great in New Japan. I loved the stuff he did with
I hope he stays there, dude. I hope he does both. I hope he goes from there to here. I would love that.
Yeah.
But it is Jack Perry's time to shine now, and he better not fuck it up. Because now he's got a lot
he's going to be part of the elite. He's going to be part of the elite, so that's saying he's getting a major push.
and he kept throwing up 3 fingers when he was being escorted out. Did you see that?
The Elite. He's a member of the Elite now. Along with
Even both Jacksons, they were like,
what? Okay.
Yeah, they ain't had no clue. It was crazy, man.
He's him, the Young Bucks, and Okada and Jack. That sounds like I like this new Elite.
Now the other question I have for you is, what about Tony Storm's media scrum announcement?
No, I didn't see that. I seen a still. So I'm taking Tony Storm 1. But
she made a jab.
What was said during the media scrum?
Okay, she looked at Tony Khan. She says, "No matter how many times I win this, I'll never ask you to come out there and celebrate with me."
She was taking a jab at Cody Rhodes. when Cody asked both Triple H and Bruce Pritchard to come out and celebrate with him.
Yeah.
And Bruce Pritchard, oh my God!
And why then Bruce Pritchard, of all people?
And then she said, "For all you all you fucks and thick-headed morons who would rather watch a lot of people sit there and stand in the middle of a ring and try to get over, go watch a fucking movie." I was like,
she's taking a jab at WWE Sports Entertainment.
I was like, wow, dude. Like, and then she went on and on and on and basically said, "I'm here for all you, to get to give you all your great one-liners," making fun of Drew McIntyre, and for all you to get your social media bandwidth up, again, making fun of Drew McIntyre. And, but I don't feel like it. So go ahead and ask me questions, and if you do, you're as thick as I thought you were.
Chin up, tits out, and watch for the shoe.
She sat there, and then Tony Khan said, "Does anybody want to follow that?" And then one guy said some dumb shit, and she just looked at him like, "Are you fucking retarded?" And then another guy asked a question, and she looked at him like, "I'm not going to answer."
She walked out of the interview like.
Yeah, and then the third
using kayfabe during that. It's just hilarious.
And then the third person to ask her a question is like, "So how do you feel about Mariah May coming for your fight?" She said, "Get the fuck out of here!" And she just stood up and walked the fuck off, dude. I was like, wow.
That's like some MJF stuff he would do when he was a heel.
And speaking of MJF, they asked Tony Khan about when can we expect MJF back. And he said exactly this. "That's a great question. Well, whenever he returns, it can't be soon enough. We look forward to having him back. Next question." And then
I like that. TK was smart to do that. He was very. He took that was like, that's a very good next question. Like you said, you basically just. Oh man. Also, by the way, I know we're. As soon as we get done with talking about the media scrum and Dynasty, I want to talk to you about what Kenny Omega said about Rossi.
Yeah, we'll talk about that as well, and the groomer. Then they asked him about Britt Baker, Kenny Omega, and Jamie Hayter, and he said, "Well, Kenny Omega, we want him to come back as soon as possible, if it's even possible. We're holding hope out, and the other two, well, whenever they return from their injuries, we're waiting on them to return."
I miss Jamie Hayter.
Baker's been out for a while, hasn't she?
Yeah,
she's mostly been doing her stuff with a dentist.
I mean, she is a dentist.
She's a dentist. I mean, she's getting double paid.
I mean, dude, to be on the roster as a wrestler and to fix broken teeth.
I mean,
AEW's got a great dental plan.
She's smart. She's one of the smart people I know. If she ever gets injured to where she can no longer wrestle, she'll have her dental or dentistry.
100%. And that's what I love about it, man. Like,
she's smart. That's why I have high respect for Britt Baker for that.
100%. And then on top of that, the coolest part about the whole media scrum was Swerve had some Nikes made specially for him Sunday night. One of them.
Oh,
And
did you see that?
He gave him to Tony Khan.
Oh, did you see that robe he was wearing?
Oh, it's my Jimmy Ray's robe?
Yes, he was wearing Jimmy Ray's robe when he was coming out with Prince Nana.
Mm-hmm. But before that, it came out with the Black Panther gear.
I know. I have to say, though, Prince Nana is a great manager.
Oh, Prince Nana is above and beyond most what people give him credit for.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was funny when he does this.
Swerve.
Bro,
Yeah, dude.
How was that match now? I already know who won that, so
it was a good match.
It was a great match. I mean, Samoa Joe did great. Swerve did great. They all did great.
And the cool thing about Joe, to me, the at the ending of the match, I was hoping someone was going to return because it looked like the way they were talking, it sounded like someone was supposed to return, and then it didn't happen. And like, well, maybe not.
Samoa Joe, I mean, he's a team player.
Oh yeah, 100%. I had nothing to say bad about Joe, but did you hear the commentators?
Bad to say about Joe. I've been a fan of him since day one. You would be glad to have him on your roster.
Oh, 100%.
Promoter. I mean, he'll do anything. You know, like he's also a backbone of the locker room too, in my opinion.
Oh yeah. But did you get what the commentators were saying about that though?
What?
Oh yeah, maybe this and that, and then they said it 3 times, and they kept showing where Joe was walking to, and then they panned away from it real quick.
He was walking away to the babyface side.
That too, but did you catch what they were saying?
No, I forgot.
Like maybe it could happen. Maybe it's something tonight, and they kept saying that, and they repeated it 3 times, and then it just panned away from it and went back to where Swerve was.
Uh-huh.
And it to me, it just felt like something was supposed to happen, and it didn't.
It's all about the boom,
dude. He came out of his chair.
Adam Cole he's healing.
He's healed, dude. He came out of the wheelchair and walked to the ring.
I can't wait to see him when he's clear.
Good. That's good to hear.
Oh, dude.
And also that Roderick Strong and Kyle
O'Reilly match. Dude, that was brutal.
Match.
That was brutal, dude.
Technical wrestling, man.
Wow.
I haven't seen it definitely gave me flashbacks from their days in NXT as well.
You know what it reminded me of? And you're probably going to hate me for saying it. I'm going to take a page out of Kevin Steen and El Generico from Ring of Honor.
That's how I don't hate you for that.
That's what it reminded me of. It reminded me of the Kevin Steen versus El Generico.
Well, that's the thing about Kyle O'Reilly and Roger Strong were basically students. Were basically from Ring of Honor.
Yeah, they were students of the game too.
Ring of Honor along with Adam Cole.
Well, mostly everybody there, including Mike Bennett and Matt Taven.
A lot of these guys, a lot of these guys are veterans from Ring of Honor, including Samoa Joe and Bryan Danielson.
Yes, and did you happen to catch the glare towards Wardlow?
Oh God, he was like, "I'm taking it."
Mm-hmm. I mean, Adam Cole glared at Wardlow, man, behind his back, like.
He thinks he's going to not in my town.
It was kind of like, what the fuck, dude? Like, are you serious?
I heard. I actually did watch some of the pre matches a little earlier, and I see the Acclaim lost the 3-man tag to
Bullet Club Gold.
Yeah,
and that was a fun match, man. It was a really good match.
They needed to unify the trios belt. Because like I said, they do have it's just too much, too many belts. I think, like one trios tag team is good enough. Especially, with the Ring of Honor women's TV belt held by Billy Starks. I can see why Tony got created. He created it for Billy Starks. It's her workhorse belt.
Dude, she works her ass off every day, man. they said that she's the last person to leave the like the training sessions, and she's the first person there every time. So
Oh,
that
yeah.
to me speaks volumes for who she is, man, and I
Hungry.
love that. Hungry.
Especially to go wrestle for GCW on weekends. You know, that girl's working her ass off.
Dude, like I said, man, I have nothing but love for Billy, man. I love that lady.
That kid's going places.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, dude, she's gonna take AEW to a place that it's never even thought of being.
Oh yeah,
Man, she's
insane.
she's gonna be 20. I mean, hell, she got prime years, man.
She's not even in her prime, man.
Yeah.
Nope. Like I told Kelly, dude, I compare her and Roxanne together. I really do because they're both the
Roxanne's
same.
also a pro wrestling prodigy as well.
That's what I'm saying, man.
You know who also are pro wrestling prodigies? Other than Nick Wayne, the Briscoes were also prodigies.
Yeah. And I tell you another one, dude. And he don't get his flowers because of his attitude when he was younger, and that's Jordan Oliver. He was a shithead as a young buck. I mean, he really was, and he'll admit it. I mean,
he's become more humbled. When I was watching his earlier stuff in MLW, he gave off this cocky little shit.
Oh, dude, he was a shithead. Mm-hmm. Nobody wanted to work with him. Nobody wanted to train with him. Nobody wanted to do anything with him.
He was arrogant. He was an arrogant little punk.
He was. And on Twitter, dude, it wasn't any better. I mean, he was bashing people left and right. You don't like me, fuck you, you know? And I'm like, dude, you can't be doing that to your friend. You're not my fan. I'm like, okay, you know?
Okay.
George, he got humbled over the years. I thought it was pretty interesting one time. Like before Pete Dunne got signed with WWE, he basically twisted his fingers. I saw that, and I was like, that'll teach him.
Pete Dunne is amazing. The bruiserweight is amazing. And
I have a feeling he's going to be I have a feeling he's going to be released next.
I hope so. I hope he goes to AEW, too. I hope he goes over there.
He'd be perfect at AEW. I mean, we need more technical wrestlers.
Well, he just got his name back.
Well, I mean, they ain't doing nothing with him. They got him in the catch, whatever, with Tyler Bate.
Yeah, all he's doing is like doing stuff in NXT, you know?
And I'm going to be honest, dude, Tyler Bate is better than where he's at. And him and Pete Dunne together are amazing. And
I'm actually glad that Cameron Grimes getting released because they weren't doing jack shit with him.
No, they know it. I mean, hell, they weren't doing shit with Jinder Mahal either. Don't hinder Jinder.
Oh, they hinder Jinder, all right. So much for that.
He could finally reunite with his buddies. Was it the two guys that used to come out with him?
It looks like Veer Mahan's coming to GCW now.
Yeah.
You remember every week Veer Mahan is coming to Raw? It was every
Dolly Boys. There you go. That's what they're called now, ain't it?
The Bollywood Boys.
The Bollywood Boys. No, they were actually pretty good too. I saw them wrestle. Bollywood Boys.
Hey, wake up! Wake up!
I'm awake, man. I'm awake, bro. I'm awake.
Let's talk about what you told me. I was watching the same interview with Kenny Omega that he was doing on Twitch. He was talking about Rossi and Stardom.
Yeah, and dude, I don't know all this stuff, but I know he sides with Asuka, and all I know is that me and Kelly were talking, and it makes Rossi look like a pervert and a groomer and a pedophile. And I'm using big words.
Girls in Stardom,
like underage girls.
My daughter.
Underage girls.
Some girls, some like teenagers, wrestlers in Stardom that are old enough to be my daughter, man.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Well, you got to realize that Japanese culture. I mean, honestly, it's very pervy out there.
It is.
I mean, look at.
I've seen the hint.
I was watching what was it? Special on like how the young singers out there is like these young girls and everything, and their following is nothing but older men. Like it is super creepy. I'm like, it's like, yeah, I love her. I like the way she sings and everything. It's like, dude, you're like 50 years old hanging up on an 18-year-old girl.
See, the bad thing about it though, man, Roshi's bringing in underage girls, and the reason why he's doing it, he said it was because he couldn't get all the girls from Stardom or the women from Stardom to come to him join his promotion Marigold, so he had to go and recruit younger talent.
Poach.
Younger talent.
Yeah.
He poached them basically.
Well, dude, they're like 12, 13, 14-year-old girls, man.
Ooh, man, that's not good.
I don't know. Julia goes with
that's super
creepy, man. Creepy.
I don't know how Julia stands him.
She signed up for that shit.
I can see why a lot of the women, like Azumi, and also you have Mayu. She's not loyal to Rossi. She's loyal to Stardom.
Well, you heard what Asuka, Io, and Kairi Sane all told the girls from Stardom stay in Stardom.
She even told. Oh yes,
really?
they also told. Don't forget, they also told. They told. Yeah, it was Io Shirai that Io Sky that told her, like, basically told Konami to go back to Stardom.
Yeah, not to trust Rossi. There's a lot of them that said don't trust Rossi. And Kenny Omega said, I can't speak on everything, but I side with Asuka on this.
I can see why there was a very few Stardom women that went with Marigold, and like the majority of them.
Wasn't it like 3 women? 3 women altogether? Wasn't it like 3?
Like 3 or 4 or 5.
I don't think it was many.
Utami. I was disappointed when Utami left with Rossi, because she was like the leader of Queen's Quest.
Yeah, it was supposed to be, if I recall correctly, it was supposed to be a mass exodus whenever he joined, or whenever he started this company. It wasn't, but it wasn't a mass exodus. It was like 3 to 4 people left, maybe 5 tops. And it was supposed to be like 15 to almost 20 women leaving. And none of them did. And everybody
we gotta thank Io, Asuka, and
Asuka, yeah, and Kenny Omega. Fuck, dude. I mean, and you said what's happening on June 28th?
What's happening on June 28th?
Let me tell you. All right, on June 28th, Stardom will be officially merging with New Japan Pro Wrestling, which, since they're both owned by Bushiroad, but it will be official. You know, they'll be putting the promotions together because they're doing it. This is from Tanahashi himself. He wants to bring Joshi Pro Wrestling to America. You know, to a wider audience. You know, unlike Rossi, he just wanted to keep it to old perverts. They want to bring Stardom, you know, to a master audience. They want to be a part of Forbidden Door. Hell, even CMLL is part of Forbidden Door. Going to be part of Forbidden Door this year.
Yeah.
So this is a great opportunity. Hell, you even have Mina Shirakawa wrestling on Ring of Honor, and she's wrestling against Anna Jay tomorrow night.
Yes.
And I like she's evolved a story love triangle between Mariah May and Toni Storm.
Loving it.
Oh yeah.
It's a beautiful love story. Plus you've already seen the video.
Hey, you're preaching to the choir. I'm like, shoot, I don't mind seeing 2 pretty girls kissing and like on TV
or showering together and sleeping together. I don't mind that at all.
Secret.
No. Too much.
Mina, what's the thing I love about Mina Shirakawa? She brings comedy to wrestling.
And she ain't bad to look at. So
she's hot. She's hot. And I also thought it was pretty funny when she threatened to crush Thekla with her. She calls it, like Jerry King Lawler calls them puppies. She calls them boobas.
Boobas, yeah. So I'm going to stop this hour here because there's more to talk about, gentlemen. Way more to talk about.
All right.
And so I'm going to end this hour here with 6 minutes to go on the hour. So I'm going to go ahead and end it here. But before I do end it here, I also have a question to ask you, gentlemen, live on the stream tonight as well. So tune in for the next hour if you want to hear what we're talking about. So
cool. Yes. Questions. We love questions.
Yes. Please leave us everything.
No, we got to work on put up a Facebook page and just like you got questions for us, post them up and we'll address them live on the air or something.
Well, gentlemen, you already are part of the part of the Facebook group. All you have to do is do your thing.
Well, actually, it's just me and you. Phil ain't on it.
Oh, Phil ain't there?
I returned on Facebook.
Oh, you did?
Well,
okay.
Good. Then hell yeah, that'll be perfect.
Well, I decided I decided fuck it, do it tonight. Why not?
Oh, there you go. There you go. Hold on. Here we go. Okay. Welcome back to hour 2, gentlemen. So as I said, I want to throw a question out there. Phil already knows what I'm going to Phil already knows what I talked to him about. I want all of us to have our own podcast. I want Phil to have his Japanese hour or Japanese ranting or Japanese whatever, the guru style. Mm-hmm. And Josh, as always, you have bad karma, bro.
I thought about, like I said, I'll even do some things about like things I don't like.
I don't mind coming on and just coming on and shit talking for a little bit.
I mean, you can have it whatever. I mean, you can talk about whatever you want to talk about as far as wrestling or whatever, you know. And I'm trying to get Kelly to have his true segment, and he still don't want to do it, man. I've been trying to talk to him hardcore. He's part of the family, and he's like, I know. Oh, he's chilling, dude. He's just chilling, and he's been watching a lot of wrestling. He's been calling me, and me and him been talking before we go live.
Is that the one that this Prince guy would go to?
Yeah.
Oh, what do you guys think of Su Yung, by the way?
Su Yung is amazing.
She is amazing. I've actually seen her without her makeup. She's actually, wow.
Speaking of no makeup, Thunder Rosa showed up at Dynasty with no makeup.
I'm surprised about that.
Hot. Extremely hot.
What? You don't watch her YouTube channel? I watch that all the time.
Yeah.
I love her taco vlogs. I even liked what she did a taco vlog with Lance Archer. That was hilarious.
Yes, but Thunder Rosa is a beautiful woman. Beautiful woman.
She's around my age.
Yeah, she is so gorgeous, man. And not only that, dude, she put on a hell of a match against Toni Storm Sunday night. It was so good.
Oh, yeah.
And
I also can't wait to see Mercedes Moné go against Serena Deeb.
Basically, was that match like to vilify her being the actual champion?
Yeah, dude, it was a lot of heel tactics in that match. Low blow, a kick to the you know where, and then Storm Zero, and then Mariah May.
How do you low blow a woman, man? That's
And then you had Mariah May get destroyed by Deonna Purrazzo. Her and Luther get destroyed by Deonna Purrazzo. And Tony still took the win. It was a really fun match, man. It was
all right.
It was really good. But
Russell's matches, so
yeah, it was good. What Facebook group, you may ask, is this? The Facebook group is Ringside Rants.
We got to create the page first.
It's already created.
Really?
Yeah.
Is there one?
Yeah, you're in it.
Hold on.
Yeah, that's how we got you in here, bro.
Well, usually just
I haven't posted anything in there in a while because no one cares. No one checks us out. So everybody checks us out here now. So if you want to do things on the Facebook, feel free, bro. I mean, that's your reign. I mean, and we can add Phil to the group, and then everybody can post whatever there. I mean, it's a free group, bro. It's all free love. You know what I'm saying? But here's another fun topic from the day. Vince McMahon was in court.
Oh, yeah.
That's a true statement. Vince McMahon was in court, man. And his attorney went hardcore after the lady about her NDA. Kelly was talking to me about it earlier, and then he was so happy that, that he's no longer part of anything. And I agree with that statement a whole 100%.
The wrestling business is a whole lot better without Vince McMahon.
I agree. I will share it to you in a few minutes. Matter of fact, hold on.
Actually, we don't have a Facebook page.
Yes, we do. I'm looking at it. Hold on. There it is. Just Mike's Ringside Rants. I got to change that part.
Ah, okay. That's why I just put Ringside Rants.
Yeah. See, I got to change that part. So, yeah.
And I posted it in my wrestling group, Talking the Squared Circle. I think
there you go.
That's what I'm gonna call. That's what I call my.
Here it is. Okay.
I think that's what I'm gonna call my. Call it. You know, my show. My own podcast, Talking the Squared Circle.
That there you go. That is not a bad idea. Boom. We're gonna show that up there. So there is the group. There is the group being shared right there. Bam.
Okay.
And then it's got to be hey, and then I think you're a moderator, so you can change it from just me to Ringside Rants.
Actually, I'm not. I just joined the group right now.
I thought you were already part of it. It said you were already part of it.
Oh, Josh, add me on Facebook, by the way.
Okay.
All right. Let's see here. Who's all here? Phil, you're here. I'm here.
Here, present.
Who's that? I don't know who that is. Oh well. They're non-important. Non-important.
All right. So yeah, your membership is pending. You'll be notified when your request is approved.
I don't see that.
Huh.
Remember, it's Josh with C with a lot of letters.
Josh with a C with a lot of letters. I got you. Oh, there are two people here that asked to join. Approve and approve. There you go. You're both approved.
Yay!
And yeah, and y'all should be admins. So you should both be admins. So I would actually fix that whenever I know what the fuck I'm doing. Sorry. Whenever I know what the fuck I'm doing, I'll do a thing. There we go.
All right, Phil, just sent you a friend request. All right.
Oh yeah, gosh. Yep, I got it.
All right. Yeah, we're doing things. We're doing things. Yay.
Live on air.
Hey,
You
Josh,
see the closer fucking live on air.
Hey Josh, have you ever been to Texas Frightmare?
Texas what?
Frightmare.
I don't know. Is that a convention?
It's a horror movie. It's a horror convention. I went there 5 years ago when I was in Dallas, Texas.
Texas, I have not been to any conventions.
I met Joe Bob Briggs, and I also met Joe Bob Briggs. I also met Felissa Rose. I also met his Darcy the Mail Girl.
Oh, nice.
She was.
I missed my opportunities to meet Joe Bob Briggs a couple times already.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
Tall as fuck though. Him and Darcy are also wrestling fans. So they actually had Danhausen and Chris Jericho on their show.
Well,
who's that? I just recently met. I met Tyler Maine. He was a former professional wrestler. Remember the Two Towers? And I met him years ago, and this guy was pretty fucking tall. And, it was like when X-Men just came out. So I got to meet him at a convention, and me and Monica just met him at this recent convention we just did, and I totally forgot how tall he is. Like I said, I'm no slouch. I'm about like between 5'10", 5'11", so I'm a pretty tall guy. This guy is at least a foot taller than me.
Jesus.
I mean, let me see if I can.
He did play Sabretooth.
Yeah.
And for that role, they even put him on bigger boots, put him on stacks to make him taller. Like if he wasn't tall enough.
Didn't he play Jason? Didn't he play Michael Myers in the Rob Zombie films?
Yes, he did.
It's perfect for that role.
Let's see. Oh, here he goes.
God damn, he's tall as fuck, dude.
Yeah, like I said, I'm no slouch. I was like, I'm about 5'10", 5'11". I'm just shy of 6 foot. So
me too, bro. I'm the same height as you.
Me three, man.
But so what are we talking about again? I forgot. Vince, no, we weren't talking about that.
Yeah, we were talking about
Vince McMahon's court date.
Yeah, he's gonna get. I think he's gonna get away with it, dude. Yeah.
I just knowing him, I think this will be his last.
I don't know, man. He's talking about starting his own promotion and shit, so he can't really do nothing until January 2025.
So let me guess, it's going to be the McMahon Genome Federation, like Antonio Inoki created.
Who knows, bro? Who knows?
So Vince is trying to create his own form of sports entertainment now.
Don't know, man.
I don't know, man.
It's not going to.
He just needs to sit back and just count the money. T-Monet.
I agree.
I agree. He's too old. If he starts his own promotion, good luck with that. It's not going to go anywhere.
I don't think nobody's going to sign with him.
Nobody will. Especially, I doubt any wrestler, or especially,
sponsors.
Especially sponsors, like, fuck no. Look,
no one's going to sponsor it. No one's going to air it. No one.
He's out of his fucking mind.
I don't know, dude. I think it can air on one place and one place only. Y'all probably going to hate me for even saying it.
What?
Freebie.
Not really.
I think it can happen.
If he was to start another promotion, he would have to go into business with a couple other guys. He can't do it by himself.
Freddie Prinze Jr.
Freddie Prinze Jr.
I thought he hates Vince, though.
Money talks, bullshit walks, bro.
You couldn't pay me if I was wrestling. You couldn't pay. Vince McMahon couldn't even pay me that much to work for his ass.
I'm telling you,
that
dude.
Guy's a miserable piece of shit.
I'm not disagreeing.
Yeah.
I'm not disagreeing with any of this. I'm being honest, man. I mean, there's so much angst and animosity and disgust and all kinds of other big negative
things. A lot of the wrestlers in AEW can't stand Vince, except some guys in WWE can't stand Vince.
Even CM Punk was talking about it, and a couple other people talked about it.
Oh God, especially a lot of them don't even Ronda Rousey doesn't like Vince. She doesn't even like Bruce Pritchard or Johnny Ace.
I don't think anybody likes Johnny Ace. I don't think I don't even think Johnny Ace likes Johnny Ace.
He needs to hug him. He learns how to love himself.
Evil Bauer.
Or give him a kid.
Here's a topic that's
he never had a kid
right now.
He never had a kitten just like Josh has. Josh, he needs a sweet kitten like Josh has right there.
Oh, this is an old lady right here. There's an old lady right here.
So, Josh,
here's a topic that's going around right now. What about the situation between Ronda Rousey and
Drew Gulak?
Right now. God,
what's your opinions on that? Because
I don't know, because I really don't know Drew Gulak. I say it like I said, if there's any, like I said, guilty unless there's any evidence, like Chris Jericho, guilty and he's guilty. He's innocent until proven guilty on that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the rumor was that he inappropriately touched her, and he was like, "I don't see how I did that, and if I did anything wrong to her, I do personally and professionally apologize."
Mm-hmm.
And then a lot of people said that he really didn't do anything wrong. There was nothing inappropriate, maybe like slight touch some here or there, but it wasn't like his hand groped her or any of that. It was like an accidental bump. And dude, I've actually bumped into women and actually touched them on their boobs, but it wasn't with my hands. I mean, my skin touched their shirt or something. I said, "Hey, I'm so sorry about that. I did not mean to do that."
Yeah.
I've done that. And it's because of, I don't want someone to ever say that I inappropriately touched them whenever I wasn't trying to. And I've seen dudes do that on purpose just to say that to a woman. I've seen that too. And there's cases of that as well. But most of the time when someone does that, they're like, "Oh, my bad. I did not mean that. I'm so sorry," and they walk away. Not when I seen other dudes do it on purpose, they're like, "Oh, my bad. Can I buy you a drink?" And you know, "What's up, girl? Can I get your number?" and things of that nature. I've seen that happen in my own two eyes at clubs and bars or whatever.
It's
But
ridiculous. I did some stupid stuff when I was younger and everything, and
I've never done that.
Yeah.
I've never
paid the
done.
price. I got. Let's say I got my comeuppance for that. You know what? I learned my lesson.
Yeah, I mean,
You don't. You fuck
Play
around,
stupid
you're
games.
gonna find out.
play stupid
Yeah.
games, win stupid prizes. You know, I mean,
No, I bumped into girls before, and it's like, just by accident,
Oh,
turn around, boom, elbow to the chi-chi, and I'm like, oh, I'm
Dude,
so sorry,
let me tell you the most awkward situation happened to me one time. This is about 15, 16 years ago. My friends and I, including one of my friends' fiance, we were playing Marco Polo. Let's just say I was Marco, and
everybody else was
yeah,
Polo.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I ended up touching my friend's fiance's. Just about how awkward I felt after that.
All right, so I'm gonna tell myself a little here.
Mm-hmm.
My cousin, he was in North Carolina before. That's all I'm gonna say. We were in North Carolina, and there was a lady. I was young, dude. I think I was like 15 years old, maybe 14, 15. Anyway, we're inside a grocery store, and my cousin dared me to go up to her, and because she was picking up hot dog weenies and stuff. Beautiful woman, by the way. He told me to go up to her and say, "Damn, I like to make a hot dog with those buns." And I'd said that. I did. I'm honest. I mean, I admit whenever I'm wrong, right? And I said a thing, and she turned around and said, "Excuse me," and I was like, and pow! I was like, "Yep," and I walked away.
You should
I
have
deserved it.
You should have said no. I meant those buns right behind you.
Yeah.
You
No.
still would have got punched in the face.
I got slapped, dude. I got man slapped by that lady, dude. Like I didn't get backhanded. I got full blown wow. And I mean,
Serves you right.
it did serve me right.
Man,
You know,
who hasn't done shit like that, man?
I was honest. You know, I mean, dude. I'm the king of dumb shit, and I admit that.
Oh,
Jesus.
I've screwed
Yeah,
up a
we
lot
all
of
done
times
some
too,
dumb
man.
stuff.
Trust me.
But y'all laugh at my shit though, man. And I'm sitting there going, my cousin was cracking, bro. He was laughing so hard at me. He's like, "Dude, I didn't think you would do it." I was like, "Nobody knows me in your state, so it really don't fucking matter." You know?
Oh, there was this one time I ended up
Man.
sitting when I was in middle school. I ended up getting sent to the guy's office because I was dared to kiss somebody, and I ended up kissing the wrong girl. And apparently she went to the guy's office. Well, thing is, I feel bad about what I did though, because apparently the girl was a trauma victim.
Oh, dear Jesus.
She
How would you
was
do a thing,
she
Phil?
was apparently, fortunately, she was violated.
PTSDing?
Yeah, and I feel bad for that.
Let's see. What was a crazy thing?
I was 13 years old when I did that, and I'm just like, oh my
Things
god,
happen,
what
dude.
did I do?
Let's see. What was the craziest thing I did? And let's see. We used to have this thing in this park by my house. I live right there down the street from the park. It's like after school, not after school, but the end of the year, we had shaver cream wars.
Nice.
So it was like all a bunch of boys and girls just out there, just fucking cans of shaver cream.
Everybody's smelling right at the end.
Yeah, but basically, this one girl to give the age of the time frame, it was the time of spandex, biker shorts.
Oh my god!
So this one girl had this nice, good apple bottom. So, and at the time, I was a little bit lighter, and I was able to skateboard. So I went full speed on my skateboard, had a full hand of shaving cream, and just went, wow. It is a big ass explosion of shaving cream everywhere. And she's like, ah, screamed out loud, ah. But I paid for it at the end right after I did it, everybody saw that I did it, like, oh, damn. Then it's like, get him. And I got jumped. I didn't get beat up, but I was like, they just like,
they let you have all the shaving cream. You got all the shaving cream.
Yeah.
So
do it.
So yeah.
So spandex and bike shorts are back. You know that, right?
Spandex and what?
Bike shorts, they're back.
Oh, really?
So yesterday, where I work at, I went to Tallahassee, and Tallahassee is the home of Florida State University. And I had to go do some stuff on a trailer, and when I got there, I was missing some parts, and I had to go get some parts and stuff. But I went on ahead and took lunch. It was like 1:30 their time, 12:30 here, 2:30 here. So it was something crazy. Anyway, I go to this place, and it's called the Madison Social. And I'm talking about if I took I couldn't really hit the stadium from where I was sitting, but I mean, I was really fucking close to FSU Stadium. But where I'm sitting at, people were bringing in their dogs, or let me phrase that, women were bringing in their dogs. And this one woman was wearing a sorority. She had her shirt that was like right below her boobs. And it had her sorority right here on her chest. And she was wearing these really, really, really short shorts. And she had a 8 weeks old golden Labrador retriever puppy. And she kept asking me to touch her damn dog. And I love animals. I have a dog of my own. And I kept telling her, no, thank you. She's like, don't you want to pet my dog? I was like, no, I do not.
I'll pet my dog.
I'll pet my dog. I said, no, I do not want to pet your dog. You want to pet my puppy? I said, I don't want to pet your puppy. And she kept asking and asking and asking. And I looked at her, and I looked behind her, and I seen her sorority, like the rest of her sorority, and they're all like doing this and shit. And I was like, I looked at her and I said, I'm not petting your dog. I don't want to pet your puppy. I don't want to do nothing with you. I said, your sorority is back there. And as soon as I try to reach over to pet your dog, they're going to come in here and they're going to start saying stuff. So I just want to eat my food, drink my sweet tea, and get the fuck out of here. And the bartender died laughing. He's like, why do you want to pet the dog? I said, dude, as soon as I reach down to pet the dog, they're going to run in here and ask me why I'm petting her fucking dog. I was like, I'm not doing it. He's like, you don't know that. I said, you're right. I don't know that. I don't want to know that. So I'm not petting the fucking dog. And I looked at her, and she's like, what, you don't think I'm pretty? I said, can I get my shit to go, bro? I said it just like that, too. Like, can I just get my shit to go? You just go ahead and bag my shit up before it's done cooking. I'm ready to go. And then she walked over, like, literally, dude, I'm sitting in the middle of the bar, like, in the middle of the bar. There's, like, a whole bar with nobody there. And then she comes and sits 2 seats beside me. Just boom. You pet my dog? It's like, no. Pet my puppy? No. And then I'm like, I got kind of like, what's the word I want to say? I got kind of like PTSD kind of, you know. And I was like, ma'am, no offense. I don't want to touch your dog. I don't want to pet your puppy. I don't want to pet nothing. And then I looked, like I said, I looked behind her. All her sorority was there. And then the bartender was laughing. He's like, dude, why don't you want to just pet the dog? I was like, bro, I don't want to know what comes after that. Like, I didn't sign up for any of this. Like, I just came here for food. I didn't come in here to pet a dog. I didn't come in to look at titties. I didn't come in here to do any of that. Mm-hmm. And she said, oh, you staring at my tits? I said, first off and foremost, you're advertising them. I said, you're wearing a short shirt with your sorority on it. Number one. Number two, you're asking me questions. And of course, I'm having to look down because you're bent over. And I said, and it makes me uncomfortable. And that makes me not want to do anything and don't want to come near you. Well, you're just what did she say? I was the word she used was, I'm just a pervy old dude. I said, yeah, you're right. I said, and I'm a pervy old dude that's trying to tell you that I'm not interested. So that makes me really pervy. But she didn't use the word pervy. She used creepy. Creepy was the word she used. And I was like, yeah. But then the dude behind me that worked there, he was like, I'll pet your dog. She's like, oh, okay. And as soon as he pet her dog, all them girls rushed in there and then they sprayed her down with a bunch of water so her nipples would stick out further. And I looked at the bartender and said, can I get my shit to go? Please give me my shit to go. And he thought the shit was funny. Everybody thought that shit was funny. I'm sitting here going, this is not cool to me. Like I'm in the middle of something that's, to me, I found, what's the word I'm looking for? It was like a setup, kind of. It was just wrong. Yeah. But I was like,
I would feel the same way as like, this is a setup, all right?
Yeah,
like, this pretty girl from a college is actually talking to me and want me to pet her dog. And I see
we were like, talking about really fucked up shit that happened that we did when we were younger.
Sorry, that's my fault. I ruined the fun. Sorry.
It's all right.
But no, in all honesty, though, I mean, they thought it was funny. I didn't see the hilarity in it. But there's one other thing I did when I was not younger. Was I younger?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was way younger.
I'm just kind of glad WWE is actually, or should I say TKO is handling this seriously, you know, unlike the old management.
But Drew Gulak, to me, isn't that type of person, man. I mean, his brother got found guilty, or not found guilty, but his brother was part of the Me Too movement. Rory Gulak.
I just think possibly Ronda Rousey's probably, just stirring shit up, you know.
Because she's not working nowhere?
No one wants to work with her. I thought even
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Tony said that. Yeah, Tony Conway, she worked for Ring of Honor. She did a match for Ring of Honor last year. And he said that she's welcome back anytime.
Never mind.
And it was a really good match. That was the night or the week of whenever Billy Starks dropped her on her head.
It was because that Athena, Ronda Rousey got rid of that ring rust.
Mm-hmm. Athena's a really good wrestler, man. She's a great mentor. Her and her husband are phenomenal. I love Matthew Palmer. Matthew Palmer is a goat when it comes to doing stupid shit. I love Matt Palmer. And Wrestling Revolver is great for Matthew Palmer.
He's Wrestling Revolver?
Mm-hmm.
I think, Ring of Honor and Wrestling Revolver are good for them. You know, they get to see each other a lot more than they did when Athena was in WWE.
Yeah, and Matthew Palmer, dude, he's I don't want to say it, dude. He is R-Truth of the Indies. Like, he come out as a pirate one time. He got killed in the middle of the ring. Oh my god! He got killed in the middle of the ring one time by the guy that plays in Cobra Kai, Paul Walter Hauser.
Oh god!
Yeah, he killed him in the middle of the ring.
The guy who got his heart ripped out.
No, that's Chupacabra. Chupacabra got killed, or not Chupacabra. Shit, who got killed? Anyway, yeah, and then Dark Sheep brought him back to life, and she even brought back Drugs Bunny too, which is fucking weird. But
fatality. He did a Mortal Kombat like fatality.
Dude, I love Hood Slam. That's my guilty pleasure of wrestling. There's nothing
wrong with that, man. I like cheesy. It's like watching a cheesy B movie.
It is, and to be honest, I mean,
it's like watching the Toxic Avenger. It's so cheesy, it's good.
We don't have a lot of that in wrestling anymore, man. The last thing we had that was cheesy was Kaiju Big Battle.
That's if you want some good cheesy wrestling, you can find that in DDT though.
Yeah, but that's
I noticed that they also basically poke each other in the
bum.
Yes, I noticed that. I was like, what the hell? They even had like a little anime mascot wrestle. Then also they like in Tokyo Joe Wrestling they had like a giant Andre Giant Panda and TJPW. That was just funny as hell.
But I loved Kaiju Big Battle. That was another guilty pleasure. That and Chikara. And Chikara was comic book wrestling.
Oh,
Love
Chikara! I've heard some good stories about Chikara. Eddie Kingston worked there.
Chris Hero.
Oh
Chris
yeah, El
Hero.
Generico.
El
Let's see,
Generico. Brian
Claudio
Danielson.
did.
Brody Lee.
Oh yeah, they did. They did. Also, I think some of the members of the Dark Order worked there, like John Silver worked there.
So did Evil Ina, or Player One and Player Dos.
The
And
Super Smash Brothers.
yeah, and then you had Orange Cassidy as one of the ants, Army Ant, I think it was, or Soldier Ant, one of the ants.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
So
dude,
they also did have a little bit of like the style of pro wrestling, the Japanese pro wrestling there.
Yeah,
They're
but yeah, because it was Mike Quackenbush, dude. Mike Quackenbush was the trainer and owner of Chikara, and he was
I've
part
heard some
of.
good. I've heard a lot of good stories.
Bush. That's a name.
I've heard a lot of good stories about Mike Quackenbush.
But he was part of the Me Too movement.
Oh.
I think he was. Hold on, let me double check on this, man, because now I'm Googling. I'm in the Google
You mean
mood.
the speaking out movement in 2020 that happened 4 years ago during the pandemic?
Maybe.
Jay Lethal was, but there was nothing against him now.
Oh, so that's why he's been gone.
There it is. Controversy. There we go. Mike Quackenbush controversy. Yeah. Accusations made. Here we go. Mike Quackenbush addresses accusations made against him. There was a video. As seen in the video above, Chikara founder and pro wrestling veteran Mike Quackenbush has released a detailed statement addressing each of the accusations made against him as part of the Speaking Out movement. As noted, several accusations against Quackenbush were released via Twitter, claiming systematic abuse towards Chikara staffers and trainees. Quackenbush responded by quickly resigning from his role as head trainer at the Wrestle Factory and discontinuing Chikara. In his new statement released via YouTube, Mike takes his time sorting through each accusation and giving his explanation as to what happened. At times, he does not recall the instance in question or denies guilt. However, he also admits to some accusations and takes responsibility for them. One subject he shed some light on is his personal relationships with Chikara performers. At 2 points in my life, I have been involved in a relationship with an active Chikara performer, Quackenbush said. Both were consenting adults, and both are free to disclose whatever they want about that, but their privacy is not mine to revoke. To be clear, though, I have never been involved in that type of relationship with a trainee. He goes on to apologize for using inappropriate terms when describing autistic or gay people, mentioning that he understands he needs to take responsibility for his past self. I firstly and most prominently want to apologize to my friend Stephen Weiner. Stephen, I am sorry. You deserve better, and this should have never been said. There are several people in my life, including my friend Stephen, who have autism, Quackenbush explained, and I have had to learn how hurtful the R word is to them. Simply put, if this was said by someone at one of my shows or at one of my schools, then I respect full responsibility. This part I must own. I am certain that I made homophobic remarks during 2011 and 2012. And although I do not recall at other time making inappropriate or offensive remarks during that time, I must be open to the fact that since I don't recall those things, I should own them. I accept responsibility. I am responsible for those things, and I believe the allegations as they are reported because I know I said ignorant things in my past, and I have to own that.
Here's another thing. Why is Mike Quackenbush, canceled when there's this one guy, wrestling trainer who's basically a convicted sex offender, and he has a wrestling school, and his tag team partner happens to be one of his students who was a 16-year-old teenage girl?
I don't know, buddy. But then he goes on, Mike believes that this is a time where our culture needs to listen to those people that are hurting so they can heal. He finishes with his final apology to all those people he has afflicted. He goes, I have read and reread all of these, including all your comments, especially from those of you that have lacked the full context for understanding. And I want you to know if I have failed you, if I have hurt you, if I have offended you, I am sorry, Quackenbush said. And to those of you I have disappointed, I'm sorry to you too. You are owed that apology. But please take this away. Please, I am urging you to remember this. We have to continue to listen with passion and empathy to the people that are speaking out. And we've got to engage in real serious self-reflection. Look at the things that we've all said and done, and then we've got to change to be better. And if you're hearing that from me and you're wondering, Mike, how could you realistically say that given what you've gone through in the last 72 hours? And what we all need to understand is this: the people that are hurting the most right now, they're the ones that must be heard the most. Because if they are never heard, they're never going to start healing. And we all have a role to play in that. Dude, that's awesome. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, at least he stood up for himself. Shit, man.
I mean, I like Mike. I'm not going to sit there and say anything bad about Mike Quackenbush. I think he is an amazing performer. I think he is a great podcaster. I think he's a great wrestling trainer.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to be honest, I mean, we're all guilty of whatever, you know? And so I like Mike.
Yeah. We all say stuff. I mean, hell, my girlfriend hears the stuff that I say is like straight up, like
the R word.
Have I said it? I admit, yeah, I said it. I said it. You know,
dude, I use the R word all the time,
and some other stuff, you know. But you know,
and when I use the word,
but at the same time, I, you know, I said it out jokingly, you know.
Now this right here. This right here is, I want to play this for everybody.
Okay.
All right, hold on. So I'm gonna play this, and this is how I feel whenever I say this word exactly. That I'm going to say. Boom.
Of course, it's South Park.
Hey, detective! If you don't get out of here, we're gonna rip the doll's head off. Yeah.
Oh, those idiots.
We were playing gynecologists, and now we're playing criminals. Yeah, that's gay. We're gay. Jesus, they're gonna kill her.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's gay.
All right, so yeah, that's what I have done.
Hey, that's I didn't find that offensive either. You know, they're just saying we're just gay.
Yeah, you know, and the crazy part about it is, the reason why I did a thing is because I use that word all the time. That's gay. That's totally gay. And you know, like whenever they got in trouble and they were at what was it in court, and they're like, so if a gay man buys a Harley Davidson, oh yeah, he's a gay fag.
Oh yeah, that whole stick. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So
yeah,
you know,
that's the best way to describe that. It's like, you know, it's like, well, he's just gay, but like that was like gay, you know.
Yeah, yeah, exactly my point, man. Like that's a bunch of faggot shit, and I mean that, and not in a gay way. It's that's never mind, but
yeah,
it's stupid.
Yeah, it's stupid. Yeah, and is what supposed to be like that's gay. It's whatever, dude. It's what it is. Is what it is. I mean, you've all been in public and like, wow, that I can't believe that's totally gay, and it could be something that you've seen like on a wall. Like today, we're learning how to be proactive and wear gloves instead and practice this. You're like, that's gay. I'm not doing that. You know.
Yeah.
I say that all the time. People say it all the time, like, "Oh, wow, I can't believe you said that." I'm like, "Oh, well, I can't believe you're listening to me." So, I mean, tit for tat.
It's like I said, is that the shit that comes is like sometimes I restrain myself on here because the shit that, like I said, Monica, my girlfriend would contest to this. The shit that comes out of my mouth. Sometimes it's like basically what is it? I'm a Gen Xer. I speak my mind. It is like I will if I have the need to rip somebody's asshole apart, I will do it.
Oh yeah.
I even
But
told I even told my guys at work is like they need union reps at my job now, and it's like and there's a bunch of young kids don't want to do it. I was like, do I need to step up? I never really wanted to do this shit, but what you scared of these goddamn? It's like you see that boss right there? He's an asshole. I will tell his asshole. I will tell him he's an asshole to his face in front of the cameras and get away with it. It's like you want me to be union rep and do it? I'll do it.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, bro. I mean, it is. I mean,
oh man. So, but other than that, though, let's get back to the wrestling, though.
Yes. Let's go back to what this all started about the wrestling. You know, it was like at least that one guy he apologized for anything he had done. You know, and he can only apologize only so many times. So.
I'm a big fan of Mike, dude. I like Mike Quackenbush. I really think he's a phenomenal person.
I think Jim Cornette talked about him a few times on his podcast as well.
Oh, I like him just for his name.
Quackenbush.
Yeah.
I mean,
that is a funny last name, Quackenbush.
I don't know if that's his real name or not, but I like Mike. I think he's great.
It just sucks what happened to Chikara Pro Wrestling. I've seen a lot. He did a lot of good for those guys, for those wrestlers, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Kingston, all those guys, and also like, man. So also, here's this other thing though. Also, who do you think Mox is going to drop the belt to? IWGP World Heavyweight Championship.
Oh, that's right. I don't think we talked about that yet.
I'm going to say he's going to drop it to Jack Perry.
No. Man, it's gonna be to
it's probably gonna have to be either Jack Perry or possibly it's gonna be Shota Umino.
Yeah, because I kind of see a trend running with Japan is like a Gaijin wins the title,
because
then the Japanese takes it back, and another Japanese wins the title, then another Gaijin wins it, and just like. There's gonna be another Japanese guy who's gonna take it back. So
it's gonna be Shota Umino because he is one of the new Three Musketeers of New Japan Pro Wrestling. He's one of the he's like one of the futures of New Japan Pro Wrestling because right now after Ospreay and Okada left and Tama Tonga went to the WWE, they're rebuilt. They're trying to create new stars.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, giving the belt to Mox is a good thing for now because right now they're rebuilding and everything. And they're focusing on the junior heavyweight belt right now.
Well, I just came across something that's interesting. Paige Van Zandt.
Oh yeah. She's still on the AEW roster, but she said she didn't want to be a wrestler though.
Yeah.
I'm surprised TK hasn't fired her yet.
I don't think she even wrestled one match, has she?
One.
No.
One match.
Yeah. And yet she's still on the AEW roster.
Yep.
I'm surprised they haven't fired her yet.
I'm good. Huh. Which one is this? I'm reading something. Oh, I never heard of that. We don't have one out here, so I ain't worried about it.
What is it?
Oh, fast food restaurant filing for bankruptcy and closing all locations. Dom's Bakery or some shit in Foxtrot, whatever that is. Yeah, I don't know nothing about it. Stardom to become a fully owned subsidiary of New Japan. We already talked about that.
And you said Paige Van Zandt. She said she has no desire to go back to wrestling, and and she's still on the payroll. Like, what kind of bullshit is that? You weren't even good as it is.
I think she's a hot lady, though. She's very hot.
A hot lady, yeah, but Eye candy can only get you so far for so many years.
Yeah.
I also heard Maki Ito did a live stream on Instagram again. She says, "I think they should sign me too." She wants to get signed by AEW.
Yeah. And here we go. Kevin Nash absolutely wants AEW to succeed. Did y'all know about that?
No,
I hope so. Well, he likes the Young Bucks. He respects the Young Bucks for what they did. He basically the Bucks and Omega did what Hall and Nash did. If you look at it, the Bullet Club are like the Click. They're the modern day Click.
They are.
I mean, they have like this brotherhood. AJ Styles, along with Prince, you all know him as Finn Balor, Tama Tonga, Carl Anderson, Luke, Doc Gallows. You also got Omega, Jay White, the Young Bucks over there as well. You have members of Bullet Club as there. You also got Cody, who's also a former member of Bullet Club. They have all the Bullet Club current and past Bullet Club members have they're game changers, whether you like it or not.
They are.
whatever happened to what is that one? The Hitman looking Bullet Club member. Oh Jesus Christ!
Hangman?
No, not
The villain.
not the villain.
He's talking about.
He's related to Tama Tonga. He's that big dude that was in the Bullet Club.
Battle at Folly.
There you go. Yes. Whatever happened to him?
He's still there.
He's still there. He must be residing in like New Zealand right now in his dojo. He actually has his own sub faction of Bullet Club.
Called something.
The Rogue Army.
Rogue Army, yeah. And then you got the War Dogs. They have their own faction of Bullet Club.
There's a sub faction. They also have the House of Torture, where Jack Perry was.
Yeah, but House of Torture wasn't part of Bullet Club, was it?
They are still part of Bullet Club. They're just.
Are they?
Yeah, they're just like the War Dogs. Yeah, it's hard to explain. Because don't forget, while Jay White was stuck in the U.S. during the pandemic, Evil sort of took over as leader of the Bullet Club until he came back.
And then you have now David Finlay, who is now the leader of Bullet Club.
And the leader of the War Dogs as well.
And then you have TJP being the leader of the United Empire in the absence of Will Ospreay.
I think he's a great leader. I mean, I even love it. I'm even glad they brought back the Oswong. Like half of it, like I see when I see where the Oswong, it made me think of Bray Wyatt a little bit.
With the Fiend, I get it.
Because they're both very Muta like supernatural. I also see a little bit of influence of the Great Muta when he spat out the mist as well.
So speaking of Bray Wyatt, Raw has been giving teasers and QR codes about other things.
Mm-hmm.
Uncle Howdy.
I mean, is he really still going to keep that gimmick? I mean, come on, that door's going to be kind of busted wide open now.
Well, it gives Bo Dallas something to do, you know.
I think he's bringing it back with the Wyatt 6.
Well, and they were talking about who's going to be the Wyatt 6. Everybody thought Matt Hardy was going to come back as one of the members.
But he also said after Rebellion, he did say after Rebellion it was a one shot, like that was a one-off thing.
Oh, it was?
You also have, let's see, Eric Rowan coming back as well.
Braun Strowman, Eric Rowan, Bo Dallas, or Uncle Howdy, Alexa Bliss. That's 4 people. And the 5th person being Joe Gacy.
Originally going to be part of the White 6
Joe Gacy, Chainsaw Joe Gacy, yeah.
Yeah, but here's another thing. You know, the Righteous were originally going to be part of the White 6, and then it said, fuck it, we'll go to AEW. Vince
I agree.
I think Vince and Dutch are doing fine in AEW and Ring of Honor.
Oh yeah.
Is it just me or does Dutch tell like a younger John Goodman?
That or a young Luther.
Mhm.
When I never knew Luther had hair. Luther, he tells us like the butler from Amy now.
Hey man, I really like Luther, dude. Luther
He's
is
funny as hell. He
great.
makes any gimmick work great. I love this old Dr. Luther like where he
With
used to
him and
he screamed like a banshee when Serpentico was his bitch.
dude, he threw Serpentico around like he was his bitch.
I saw
watching
Luther use Serpentico as a baseball bat.
I used to love when
I was there for that one.
I used to love when they came on Dark every time, and they just made me laugh. You know,
They're comedy, dude. They're great.
And Luther gets mistaken for Thunder Rosa's husband a lot.
Oh my god! The funniest thing is Luther's Canadian.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, Luther is just. Oh, did you guys catch up with Dark Side of the Ring? Anyways, any of you guys?
No.
They did one about. They actually did one about Harley Race. They also had another one about this other openly gay wrestler and everything. Jim Cornette was talking about him.
Who's better than Canyon?
I've seen that. It was
that was last season. They did that with Canyon
2 seasons ago. Yeah.
Or two seasons? Yeah, 2 seasons ago. Yeah.
Now I do have a question. Have y'all both watched The Iron Claw?
Yes.
Yes, I saw it in theaters.
I bought it and I can't get through it.
Too painful?
Fall asleep, dude.
Really?
I'm gonna be honest, man. I get to the part when it's the three brothers winning their NWA Trios tag team titles.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
And then poof, I fall asleep.
Yeah, you gotta sit down and pay attention to it, man. It's actually a really good. I mean, there's a lot of inconsistency. Like there's some inconsistencies with it. Like obviously they're missing one brother that that committed suicide as well. Or
Chris Von.
My fault. I gotta use the correct term. What's the term they use on YouTube that you're supposed to use?
He took it.
Unalived himself. There you go.
Yeah, they took their own lives.
Yeah, well, you can't say that. Well, we're on YouTube, so we got to use some guidelines on here.
Unalive itself.
As long and also on the podcast, so we got to be careful what we use. So
true.
So officially unalived himself. So there's one brother. Yeah, that was one of the other brothers that they left out because otherwise it would have been a really long movie. But yeah, it was honestly, I remember I was watching at a theater. I was watching the whole thing, and it wasn't until like the last. Well, you got to watch the whole. I ain't gonna spoil it for you, but so
I actually cried during the ending, man.
It was the last sentence that he said that was like, oh, I'm not crying, you're crying. I'm a man.
It was just tragic what happened to the Von Erich family. You actually feel the emotions of like what Kevin felt when he lost all his brothers and everything. The last one to die was Kerry.
Yeah, I'm like I said, I was watching wrestling around that time. And I remember when all that happened. Well, most of that. I remember, like I think.
Yeah,
the Texas tornado. I was like, Kerry Von Erich. I remember
Kerry Von Erich felt
all happened. I was like, damn.
Yeah, Kerry felt ashamed about it, about his severed leg.
Yeah.
There's nothing to be ashamed about.
Nobody knew. The only one that knew was Ric Flair.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing, though, what Kerry did, though, with barely with a prosthetic leg. You wrestled with
and nobody knew the whole time. Nobody
that just
knew.
shows how damn good Kerry was
Yeah.
at wrestling. I mean, wrestling with one leg and hiding it and using a prosthetic leg to wrestle like, man, that's talent right there. It's mad skill. It just shows how great the Von Erichs are.
Dude, that movie though, man, I want to watch the rest of it. I don't know, man. I seen where Kevin was dating that chick. What's her name? Pam.
Yeah.
And yeah, they were dating and stuff. And then his dad told him that he should keep her because, you know, good ones don't come around very often. And then I'm guessing Michael kills himself first.
I think Mike goes.
Unalive. Remember, you got to be careful.
Oh yeah, unalive himself.
Apparently, no, that didn't happen. It was like one of the brothers. It was David that died first in Japan.
Yeah,
and while because of the
David passed away first because he of the
drugs.
It wasn't drugs.
He had an infection.
He had infection in his intestine, and he was like at the wedding. He was coughing and bleeding. He was coughing up blood and everything.
Yeah, and he passed away in Japan of like an infection in his intestines. So that was the first one. Then it was
Mike afterwards.
Yeah. Then it was the one brother. Then it was the one brother that they didn't mention throughout the movie, or they put in the movie.
Well, no, they didn't mention him. Kevin mentioned him to begin with whenever he was dating Pam.
No, that actually
that was their first brother.
That was the first brother that passed away when they were kids. So
unfortunately he died of he was electrocuted. Unfortunately,
yeah. So,
damn.
I had to say it's hard to sit there and pay attention to that one. It's like I can understand is like if your mind drifts off on it, but at the same time, it's like you watch it. It's like wow, it's like all the stuff that this family went through. It's like
it's brutal, bro.
It's brutal, man.
I mean, they went through a lot of shit. And the only two members left are Kevin, Marshall, and Ross.
Yeah, and then you have their dad too.
He's dead too.
Man.
Yeah,
he unalived himself too, didn't he?
No.
But
he passed away lonely because his wife, if I'm not mistaken, his wife divorced him finally after Carrie passed away. His wife finally divorced him some odd years later because she just couldn't take it anymore. You could see it in the movie. She couldn't take it.
Yeah, you can see it. All right, I'm gonna end this hour here, gentlemen.
All right,
hold on. But yeah, I mean, I'm going to continue trying to watch it. I bought the movie, and I like it, dude. I mean, every time I try to watch it, I'm sleepy. And like right now, I'm like.
Thing is, like
I like the guys that got to play the Freebirds.
Yeah, those guys are really cool, and Bruiser Brody was there too. I seen him.
Yeah, Bruiser Brody with Gino
was in there too, and also Lance Von Erich was in there too, played by MJF.
Yeah,
but that was a brief clip. It's a brief. Honestly, it's like I noticed it really quick because I know what MJF looks like.
But he played a Von Erich though, didn't he?
Yeah, he plays that one Von Erich that wasn't a really Von Erich. They say he was a cousin or something like that, but it wasn't. He wasn't even family or something like that. So
yeah, he was kayfabe, and however, that's when kayfabe got exposed. Oh, here's another thing though. Apparently, TK wants to offer Becky and Seth Rollins $10 million in AEW, and I'm just like, I don't think they're going anywhere.
Nah. That's a lot of money, man. That's a lot of money.
I know. I just don't want TK to get over his head. That's the thing I'm worried about when he spins that.
And if he brings them in, who loses a spot?
Exactly.
Mhm.
I mean, they should just worry about vacation. I think. Plus, here's the thing: Seth and Becky are, they're AEW lifers, WWE lifers. My bad.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, think about it. Seth really don't want to be there with CM Punk. He said it numerous times.
Mhm.
He probably. I could probably see Seth being the BCC or something.
I mean, and there ain't no telling, man. I mean, AJ Styles is on his way out. Everybody knows that.
He's probably going to retire.
He's speaking retirement, but he's also speaking crazy. But gentlemen,
Mhm.
I am running out of things to talk about, gentlemen.
But other than that, though, I love it. Here's another thing, though. I love it how no one else notices, but I love it when the Bucks flip the coin and hits the ground when Okada's music comes out.
Well, Sunday they didn't. Excuse me, Sunday they didn't do that because it was Okada alone
Mhm.
because of that championship match.
No, I'm going to talk about before that. Like, was the
Oh yeah.
collision. I love when they do that, though.
That's really cool.
I want to get one of the Okada bucks, man.
What you say? I'm really curious on what they're going to do tomorrow night with Jack Perry. What are we going to see? What are we going to see next? But neither here nor there. Sirs, it's getting past my bedtime, gentlemen. I've been up since 5:30 this morning.
All right, understandable, man.
Been a long day. But if you're not paying attention to what we're talking about here on the Ringside Rants, you're what?
You're doing life wrong.
And we are not just food for your mouth. We are also food for your
ears, baby.
Hell yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. Get your daily doses of the Ringside Rants. And we are the Rant Pack. And we're here because we want to be here. And gentlemen, like I said, though, would it be cool for y'all to own y'all's own podcast and use StreamYard or whatever you want to use? And then I'm thinking about paying for the StreamYard stuff so that way we can actually edit and do whatever we want to with it. Make it our own. Are y'all into that at all?
Oh, yeah.
All right, sure. It's like get rid of that little
duck up there. Little duck and shit.
Up here in the corner.
Yeah, a little duck shit. Yeah, up there messing with Phil in his little dark room.
Need to get some lights, Phil.
I like my chamber of darkness.
you and your damn boiler room up there, man.
Leave me alone.
Hey, I'm still on. Call you back.
Is that your woman?
No, my buddy Tony.
Tell Tony I said quit interrupting us when we're having fun.
Ain't it?
Well, anyways, I'll see you guys later.
Yes, gentlemen. Hey, man, it's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun.
As for me, I'm gonna watch these Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 1 and 2 on Blu-ray.
I see part 1. I gotta watch part 2.
Oh, is that the DC movies?
Yeah.
Is that the DC movies?
DC animated films, baby.
Oh shit! I didn't even know that existed. Hell yeah!
Where have you been? I've been watching.
He's been working, man.
Dude, that's all I do. That's all I do, man. I spit in the face of people that aren't cool, man.
Dude, the DC animated films are awesome, man.
They are. They truly are. They truly are. But gentlemen, I love you all. Thank you again for everyone tuning in and tuning out. We love you. We'll see you next Tuesday,
everybody,
or sooner. And be prepared for these two gentlemen to have their own podcast in the future. And as always,
help me set up for it.
Hell yeah, dude. And then on Tuesdays, we're always going to be here for the Rant Pack and Ringside Rants. But I do love you all, and I do hope you all have a great week. And if anything crazy pops off during the week, we'll be here to cover it for you. Just
All
like
right.
I've always said, this is Ringside Rants, baby. See you next time.
All right. Later.
Later, guys.